Bitcoin hoodie guy coming back with another Caspa video. Hope you guys are doing well. The big testnet 11 going public tomorrow at 9 p.m. UTC time. Current time UTC right now is it's 1:30 a.m. So less than 24 hours. So looking good there. Caspa's up a little bit. Now I know it did wick under 9.5 cents. It did wick down to 7.5 cents temporarily, but it wasn't down there very long. But overall, the price has been pretty resilient. And is there an explosion coming? Now we don't know the macroeconomic conditions. You can follow the news, watch your guru. BlackRock expects his Bitcoin ETF to be approved on Wednesday. We heard stuff that it'd be approved last week. There was the one report by the Matrix, whatever they're called, that said that it was going to be denied. So outside of that, everything else, the news that comes out is that there's more filings and SEC's meeting with NASDAQ and this and that. So who knows? But it feels like it's more on the side of it's going to probably get. I mean, it feels like the more the rumors are on the side of it getting approved, and there's a lot of powerful forces with a lot of money on that side. So that would help the whole market if Bitcoin had a big explosion. Now, who knows what the short-term effect of that would be, or the long-term effect seems net bullish, but the more money that's flowing into those ETFs, then those ETFs have to buy Bitcoin. Moon time soon. Jeremy Da Vinci made a YouTube short about Caspa. He said to buy and hold Caspa. It's going to skyrocket. I did see the one short by Jeremy Da Vinci about with the very end where he's talking about if he told you the next 40,000x, you wouldn't buy it. And at the end, he said Caspa. So I'll have to check out Jeremy Da Vinci. I mean, I watched some of his videos, but YouTube, if you don't watch someone, then all of a sudden you just doesn't recommend him anymore. So I'm gonna have to check that out. I think it's bullish times. And technically it did go down, but for all intents and purposes, I don't think it was down at 7.5 cents long enough for very many people to buy it. I don't think it was under 10 cents for very long for very many people to buy it. So I think that, there's a good chance that this will get approved. If it does, then there's going to be a big explosion. All the other factors, the team's working on let's see, where was it too? There was somewhere where I saw Michael Sutton in the comments said just because he's not working on smart contracts doesn't mean someone else isn't. So he kind of hinted that there might be someone working on smart contracts, and that's going to be another huge catalyst. So when you look at catalysts, you got the Bitcoin spot ETF, which, it'd be a catalyst in the negative direction if it's delayed or denied. I don't think it's going to be denied. I think if it could be delayed, but I think that it looks like that's heating up. And there's a lot more stuff happening that makes me think that it could get approved. But there's, the testnet 11 tomorrow being public, the public release. Smart contracts could be on the horizon. But I want to play a funny clip here because you got, there's reports of rumors that it's going to be denied or delayed, the Bitcoin spot ETF. And, there's lots of rumors that it's going to get approved. It's going to get approved last week. It's going to get approved this week. And so, there's a lot of games on there. And then there's one report goes out, Bitcoin goes down, one report comes out. So I just want to play a funny clip here real quick. We'll just go back here real quick, and then I'll add that on here. Just 1 second. Here we go.
Of times, it was the worst of times.
Hey, whoa. Which was it?
Just stay tuned, North. It was the...
So I think that's a funny clip, and it kind of feels like that's how the market's going right now. It's the best of times, it's the worst of times. Well, which one is it? So, you got rumors floating around in all directions about the Bitcoin spot ETF. And no matter what project you're in crypto, it affects it. Even though, Bitcoin can go down a little bit, something else is pumping. I mean, there is a million different things that are pumping, but I think it's net bullish for Caspa. And Bitcoin miners maybe could. Alex Richardson said Bitcoin miners are going to mine Caspa. If the miners are always looking to make money, right now with the Bitcoin miners, I haven't checked the mempool yet, but today But with the ordinals overall, they've been making a lot of money because right here, I guess the fees are down a little bit today, down to 30 sats per VByte. So that's actually pretty low. So here, $42,000, where sometimes they've got up to where they're making almost just as much Bitcoin as the block reward. So that looks like that's cooled down a little bit on the ordinals. Because I mean, it was getting up to 400 or 500 sats per VByte, but you'd see it a lot in the 300 sats per VByte. And at some point with Caspa, because when you look at the emission schedule over here at 2057, the last. So this is going to get reduced. This is where we're at. The next reduction is right here. So basically, by the bull run, where we're at now is 130 Caspa reward, and it's going to be just taking the stairway down, and then basically somewhere around. So we're right here in January of 2024. So kind of basically looks like toward the end of 2025, it's already going to be down to 36. But you can go further down and stretch this out. And so the last one's going to be 2057. So you see it's pretty aggressive right here. So it's going to go down a lot in this bull run. So basically, if you say the bull run is going to be sometime at the middle of end, it's already going to be down to 41 Caspa. But it's going to get down to in 2028. So if you're looking at, the next bull run could be 2029, 2028, 2029. At that point, it's only going to be 6 Caspa rewards. So at some point for the miners to get the motivation, that means there's going to be a lot of transactions, especially since the transaction fees are low on Caspa. You're going to need a lot of transactions in order to maintain that security. I haven't checked the proof of work stats the last couple of days in terms of the 24-hour mining profitability or the mining generated. So it's actually, Caspa's actually got a pretty good jump on Doge right here. Usually it's pretty close. Usually Caspa's been, so far lately, Caspa's been 1.3 million revenue the last 24 hours. Doge is right there, but you can see that Caspa's held up the price a little bit better than Doge. So Doge is 1.1 million, Caspa 1.3 million, Bitcoin 40 million. So Bitcoin's back up over 44,000. A lot of the market is still in the red a little bit. Caspa's up 2%. So Caspa's not doing too bad right now. Probably some people getting excited about the testnet 11. And, another huge catalyst is the smart contracts, or just even the rumors of smart contracts. Like Cardano last time basically got smart contracts at the very end of the bull market, basically just a couple months before Bitcoin topped off in November of 2021. So, I have to dig on there a little bit further where Michael Sutton, maybe it's one of his replies, where he was talking about how just because he's not working on it doesn't mean that no one is working on it. Okay, right here, Siam, I don't know how to say that name. Siam Diversity. I don't know. I completely butchered that. But it said, when will smart contract dev work begin? And Michael Sutton said, this is on January 4th, just a couple days ago. I'm not working on smart contracts, but who says no one else isn't? So right there, it's kind of saying that, that he's not working on it, but someone could be working on it. So that leaves some speculation there. Would love to contribute, but just no idea to where to start. Bullish. So 10 blocks per second is more important. Alex Richardson's also chiming in. Caspa will get listed on tier 1 exchange this year. I agree. I don't see any reason why a decentralized crypto like that will not get on there. You can see right here, with their strong team like that is known. And you go on here and you look right now, the exchanges. I like looking at stuff on cryptorank.io. It's a good spot actually to do some research. Just takes a lot of time to do research. If you're trying to find something, you got to go to the funds, look at the funds. And when you go and look at the funds, just sidetrack. So you can go look at the funds and say, I'm going to look at Coinbase Ventures or Solana Ventures. And a lot of stuff that they're funding lately is not out yet. So that means you got to scroll through. You can put, 50 on a page, and I just open a new tab, and you can just keep going down, and eventually you'll find one, because most of these ones, some of these are gonna maybe have a token or coin that's active, but some of these aren't. So you got to go through and look, and then eventually you'll find some that actually have a price. And if you go, hey man, that one looks like a decent project that hasn't pumped, Coinbase Ventures, Solana Ventures, A16Z, whoever invested. But if you look at the markets for Caspa, that is probably the biggest catalyst on the horizon, is tier one exchange listings. Uphold, right now they got Gate.io, KuCoin, MEXC, Bybit, Bitmart, Uphold. You can do it on ChangeNow.io. That's where I've got a lot of mine, is on ChangeNow.io. Just one of those swap pages. But I'm set up on MEXC. I finally just got the VPN. But ChangeNow works pretty good for me. But I'm all set up on MEXC with the VPN, and doing a little bit of trading there. If you want to get some of those low caps, MEXC is one of the biggest places to go get them. But anyways, there's a lot of catalysts right now. The Bitcoin ETF, which could happen next week. And then you got the testnet 11 public tomorrow. And if there's some developers maybe that we don't know about that are working on some smart contracts, then that could be a huge catalyst. And obviously getting on a tier one exchange could be catalyst. So let me know what your price target is. I know a lot of people, I think that like $1 is possible this year, which is less than a 10x away. And I thought maybe 2 to 5 potentially in the next bull run. And obviously, when you look at the price, there's been, the price was a lot lower for a lot of its history. So right now, someone could be, at $1, some people could be selling off for a 10x from this point. If someone had 5 cents, that'd be a 20x. If someone got in at half a penny, then they're going to have a 200x at $1. So that's why, as much as all these people got in, all the miners that are trying to recoup some money so that they can pay for their new mining rigs, the price, still just completely hasn't crashed under 10 cents. Now, who knows the future? I personally think that we're getting close to a Bitcoin spot ETF, but I could be wrong. But Caspa's actually held pretty strong and found support there, dipped down there a couple times, this big wick down, but then it got bought up pretty much instantly when it did wick down to 7.7 cents. So a lot of catalysts right here. Someone on Reddit 9 hours ago said getting juicy. Right here, we'll see what they said. They posted this chart right here, and let's see what the conversation is. Right here, there's just 18 comments on that. They said, I think we grind down towards 7 cents before another run up in a couple of months. So that's where that's what IMZU Music, whatever, Brian Monarch said, pretty sure that would put us under support. I could be wrong, but I think the scenario will only play out if the ETF isn't approved. If it's approved, I'm pretty sure most cryptos will go upwards. Maybe the monthly chart is extremely bullish. This month's candle close will say a lot. Could be right, but I don't see it. I think mid-9s at the lowest, but 10.5 is holding strong right now. I'm also super bullish about Caspa. I can't take seriously these line drawing predictions. All I did was draw some trend lines in supply zone. I didn't predict anything. Just another way for people to validate their investment. I think Caspa reaches over $1 during bull run. Wedge pattern currently forming is bullish with long wick getting bought. No confirmation of wedge pattern breaking. I love trend lines because they help predict the future. Buying Caspa at 8 cents or so. So what do you think about the short-term price? Thanks for tuning in. Happy New Year to you, bro. Thanks for it. Please link the DaVinci YouTube, please. I guess I could probably put it in my description. DaVinci Jeremy. Let's see. I guess I should subscribe to him. I've watched some of his videos. Maybe that's why they're not popping up. He's got his shorts. I know which one. I know this one. I think right now, can this make you a millionaire? At this point, I'm not sure if that's the one that people are talking about. You probably won't gonna be able to hear it very good. But I guess I can put a link to his channel in the description, but I don't know if it'll show up in there. But you can just search DaVinci Jeremy. Let's see, but I'll try to put it in there. I know that the one short video he does talk about. Sometimes I don't know if I don't know if you can see too. It's DaVinci J15. Whoops, that's a short. So that's where he did talk about it. He talks about a lot of stuff over there. I've seen him talking about Sheeb. He knew buy Sheeb, dump sold, buy Sheeb, still pumping, XCAD social. So he talks about a lot of stuff. But he did talk about, the 40, if you, let's see, I don't know how often he's making these shorts. That kind of looks like the one where he's talking about, if he told you the next 44,000X, you probably wouldn't buy it. And then at the end, he says that it is, let's actually just go back home, that it's Caspa. At the end, he says Caspa. So we'll go like this. Hopefully this doesn't mess everything up real quick. See, I don't know if you guys have seen these ads, but these are getting crazy. So I guess you can click on that link there. Okay, I didn't know that. I guess you can, I guess I can post a link and it looks like you can click it. Maybe if it's YouTube, I guess I can't post until it's done. So we'll have to wait till it's over. But if you guys have seen these fake videos right here, this is a deep fake with the founder of Solana. And so, these are like everywhere. I've seen them everywhere on YouTube. They're popping up everywhere. Never send your crypto. Never, if there's something that's saying send us crypto, and then just never send your crypto expecting to get money back. That's a scam. These deep fakes are all over YouTube. They're getting crazy. I even saw one about Solano, but it's Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase. And he's got this like British accent. They were so lazy. They weren't even using Brian Armstrong's real voice. So it's getting crazy. So you got to really stay safe out there. Yeah. DaVinci Jeremy's on Twitter there too. So, yeah, it's huge for Caspa. I mean, he's a big name. There's still a lot of the big people aren't talking about it. And the big catalyst is going to be the tier 1 exchange listings. When things get on tier 1 exchange listings, and you just got to figure out what price point is the next strategy for you, or what game you're trying to play, or do you think this is the next Bitcoin and you're trying to hold on for the next 10 years, And also, like, if you think Caspa is going to get to $1, then maybe you should sell off at 85 or 90 cents if you want to sell some off. That's not financial advice, but once everyone gets their idea on $1, $2, $5, Bitcoin never made 70,000. It never made 100,000. So there's a lot of people throwing a lot of numbers out. I've thrown some numbers out. It's fun. We don't know. It's fun to be excited about your bag. And, even if it just does to $1.10 and does a 10x, that's still amazing. Even though I do think that it would do better than that, but you just got to see how the development and the narratives go. Those are tough to control, but the tokenomics are looking good. Good team when it's decentralized. So I don't see why it's not going to be listed on Coinbase and Binance. And those are huge catalysts. Crypto.com. It's decentralized, good tokenomics. There's no VCs to dump on us. So tomorrow is going to be exciting. They're going to have that testnet 11 release, 8 p.m. UTC time. I think I said 9 p.m. UTC time. Sorry about that. It's January 7th, 8 p.m. UTC time. So under 24 hours. Let's see how that goes. And it's going to be exciting times. And if there's a Bitcoin spot ETF that gets approved, then it's going to be off to the races. Kaspa Coin Pamp. And Michael Saylor wants to double my BTC, though. Oh, yeah. Yep. It's a joke, and some people think it's crazy, but they're spending a lot of money doing those YouTube ads. So if you think about how much money they're spending on those YouTube ads, run those fake ads, then that means people are falling for this. And I know someone once in my comments said that someone lost a couple $100 that way. So it seems so ridiculous to some of us that it's deep fakes, or they're using Brian Armstrong with a British voice that doesn't even sound like him. Go Cas in 19 hours, new testnet public network will start, 10 blocks per second. So it's exciting times. Caspa's got a lot going on. Plus, like Michael Sutton alluded to, it's possible that, when will smart contract dev work begin? I'm not working on smart contracts, but who says no one else isn't? So it's possible. You can see 395 likes, 396 likes there. That's been viewed 26,000 times. So there's a lot to be excited. And I think it's going to be bullish times. Maybe there's some kind of negative event, or the spot ETF is delayed, which I think it's going to go down, that it's probably going to get approved. But I could be wrong. But I think we're going to be off to the races once that happens. And we're going to start reaching prices where it's never going to come back down. So let me know what price you think that Caspa could get to this year. Do you think $1 is realistic? Do you think 2 to 5 is realistic? And yeah, we're less than, what's that? Less than 19 hours away from the testnet 11 with 10 blocks per second. So stay bullish, my friends. Have a good night. Thanks for watching.